Well, hello, y'all. It is time to breathe again on the latest BOFA Sports Shortie with your host, Charles Taylor. And I have a topic that has to do with fan behavior. Um, this this week or this weekend in both college football and the NFL, it was one where there was some very poor displays with fan behavior and really just humanity in general. When it talks about how fans respond when certain things happen on the field. So let's start with the college football portion. And of course, I am going to the game between the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Now, Patrick Brackett and I, we will get into the specifics of that game in terms of the action on the field, the X's and O's, and who was more physical. I mean, Georgia won the game, of course, as you know, 30-15. But we'll get into the specifics of that and how it transpired when the webcast goes live at 8:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central on Tuesday evening. But this is about what had happened in the third quarter of the game, where Georgia was up 23-8. We, as in Texas, scored a touchdown to make it 23-8. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and then we got an interception from Jade Barron, and it was ran back deep into Georgia territory. The refs called pass interference on the call, and after that call, which was changed because of the delay that was caused by the fans in Austin. More on that in a minute. But the call was changed to where there wasn't pass interference called, and the interception stood, and Kirby Smart lost his mind. The Georgia coach, he lost his mind, and I can understand why he lost his mind because it was one of those things that you don't normally see when it comes to the officials. Normally, they're going to stick with the call regardless of what happens from the fans. But this time they reversed the call and the process to where it happened. I can understand where Smart would be upset. Be as it may, the reason why the delay happened is because the fans in Austin, the Longhorns fans down there in Austin, and of course I'm a Longhorns fan too, so I say this uh, as in an indictment toward us, as in Longhorns fans. They decided that they wanted to throw stuff onto the field, beer cans, bottles, food, whatever. Just started littering the field with trash. And that's not how we conduct ourselves. We are better than that. That was a despicable and pathetic display, what you saw in Austin at that time. Yes, understandably, we were upset about the call. We thought it was a missed call, but that's not the way you want to express your frustration with the call and with the refs. You want to be able to handle yourself in class. Like, not everything's going to go our way. Referees are going to miss some calls. Hell, when I was watching the game, I was just, I mean, I wasn't happy about the call. Obviously, I wasn't happy about the call, but it's move on to the next play, whatever. I'm glad they came back and overturned it, but I mean, we were getting our asses kicked in the game, and we ended up getting our asses kicked in the game. Um, that is not how you want to conduct yourselves. And for that to be on a national televised game and to see that happen because of the frustrations, it's despicable. We need to be better than that. We are better than that. We cannot act that way when things don't go our way. It is just, again, it's a garbage, just a hot garbage display. What we saw in Austin from all those fans just throwing stuff onto the field. And again, it's a blatant disregard for safety. You could hit a small child, you could hit a toddler, you can hit the people on the field, the photographers, players, coaches, cheerleaders, everybody's on the field. Now all of a sudden they're in danger because fans are upset and they're throwing these projectiles onto the field. So we can't be selfish like that. And we can't have blatant disregard for safety. That's the main thing. It's a blatant disregard for safety. And the one thing we should be able to do is to come to sporting events, have fun, boo, disagree, cheer without having to worry about getting hurt in the process. And that was a moment where people could have easily gotten hurt. And it was so bad that the Texas coach, Steve Sarkisian, had to come over there and tell the fans, chill, calm down. It's going to be okay. So, I mean, it's just gross. Just a pathetic display. And again, we are better than that as Longhorn fans, and we need to act like it. Fast forward to the NFL on Sunday, and you saw a Cleveland Browns quarterback, Deshaun Watson, go down, and he tore his Achilles. The fans in Cleveland, some of them, were booing him, kicking him while he was down. Now, you can say what you want about Deshaun Watson. Obviously, he's had some issues playing. The return on investment has not nearly been what the Browns and a lot of the fans have hoped for. You bring a guy in for $230 million guaranteed, you're expecting to compete for Super Bowls, if not win them. And the Browns have not been close to that since he has been there. I mean, Deshaun Watson has been injured half of the time, and he was playing really poorly this year. So that, I mean, that's fair if you have that criticism of him, and I mean, I think that part is warranted. If you also have an issue because of some of those legal troubles he's been going through, where it appears, at the very least, he is a pervert. At the most, he's a sexual predator who has to be told to stay away from massage therapists, allegedly. Then I mean that's fair as well. If you do not like him for the stuff that he is reportedly involved in. But the last thing you want to see is someone get injured, someone have their livelihood taken away because of injury. You're not trying to see people get hurt. And for the fans of Cleveland to boo and to kick him while he's down, that's kind of pathetic as well. Again, like if they're playing bad, boo them for that. Absolutely, you could boo him for that. I mean, we spent a good portion of the webcast talking about how the Dallas Cowboy fans were booing Dak Prescott and the rest of the Cowboys players for their bad performance. That is fair. You should boo them, especially when those players are getting paid like they do. So I can understand the fans being upset about that. But to boo them when they get hurt, that's over the line. That's over the top. That should not be happening, and it shouldn't be accepted as normal behavior. We really need to ask ourselves, what exactly are we, not just as sports fans, but as humans? Because if we can get that upset at a sporting event to where we are throwing trash onto the field or booing somebody when they're injured, then we really need to do self evaluations. Now, look, I know that's not going to happen. A lot of people are going to look at it like they were justified to act the way they do. But if we're being logical, if we're being truthful with ourselves, then we can take a look into the mirror and see what is going on. Like, why are we acting like this? And you just hope as we go forward that we can find a way to act humanely. This is a human situation, not just sports fans. This is a human situation. And there's a lot of people who go sideways when they don't get their own way, when things don't work out the way they do. They start to cry, they start to boo, and then it turns into a blatant disregard for people's safety and for people's livelihood. That's when it is too far. That's when the fanatical nature has overtaken us. We need to take a step back and understand, again, sports is part of life, not life itself. And the sooner we can understand that, maybe we can get back to some sort of normalcy, whatever normalcy is these days. Well, that is what I'm breathing on for today. Y'all make sure y'all visit the BOFA Sports YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, and follow the BOFA Sports Facebook page. So Patrick and I, we should be back on a live webcast tomorrow evening at 8:30 Eastern. We hope to catch y'all there, 7:30 Central. And until then, y'all have a great Monday afternoon. Talk soon.